Fans, we're here with Coach Justin Price. Coach, spring practice, we're in day 2. Looks like a lot of positives going on down there. What are you really looking to see this year in spring practice?
Well, I think every year for spring practice, I think you kind of focus on 2 things. I think number 1 is just get back to the fundamentals of football: blocking, tackling, throwing, catching, all the things that the great teams do. No matter what scheme you run, those core foundation characteristics of football teams don't change from year to year, from time to time. It is what it is, and we got to make sure we get good at that. And then number 2 is find out what we're good at as a team. You know, what players are going to step up, and what can they do, what they can't do, and how we're going to build on their strengths and how their limitations. And so that's kind of the 2 things we're focused on right now. And so far, our kids have responded well. We got a group of guys that are eager to learn and step up in some roles that maybe they've not been in the past.
And it is going to be a lot of new names next year. I mean, obviously Ethan Jeffers is going to be playing on the next level. Great receiving corps graduates. Patrick Wright at center is gone.
Yeah, and you don't replace those guys. I mean, what they've done for our football program will be talked about for years to come. But you know, at the same time, they kind of set a standard for what these guys will get to live up to. And right now they're accepting the challenge well. You know, they've kind of sat back and watched those guys and what they've done well, and they're imitating them very well right now. And they're also becoming their own. Each player has some strengths, and we got to make sure we run plays and schemes that are geared towards what they do well. And those guys continue every single day to take that on as a challenge and find out who the next guys are going to be, who the next Ethan Jeffers, the next Trey Torres, and Patrick Wright. And you know, that's the same things we got to look for.
And speaking of the next Ethan Jeffers, obviously the quarterback race, you've got 2 young guys, and Josh Lee's got a little bit more high school experience. You know, how does that help with those 3 players competing with each other for that position?
Well, I think one, it's awesome in the fact that they're going to have some competition. You know, the thing about Ethan, he never really had anybody pushing. He was so self-motivated. You know, you got 3 guys out there right now that all have some strengths in what they do well in the quarterback position. So they're kind of competing against each other, and you know, our job is to kind of find out what they do good, call a few plays with them. But I think what we're going to look for this spring is who separates themselves mentally, and who's the guy that says, I'm willing to take hold of this offense, take charge of this huddle, and really put this team on my back from an offensive standpoint, get these receivers the ball in space. And so that's kind of what we got to look for right now.
And you know, you just brought it up. You know, with it being spring, do you think by the end of spring it's possible we'll know who the fall starter is, or do you think we still have to go through fall camp?
Yeah, we don't put a time frame on it. It's kind of just one of those things. Every day we evaluate, and until that guy, he leaves no doubt that I'm the man. I want the ball in my hands. You know, we'll just kind of leave it at that and see where it goes. All 3 of them can do, and all 3 of them may wind up playing a bunch. It's one of those things. It's kind of new for our program. When we came in first, we knew Tuffy was our quarterback, and then Jeffers took over for 3 years. So, you know, it's exciting for me as the quarterbacks coach to kind of watch these guys develop and have some ups and downs and how they handle those ups and downs. So we're excited about the direction they're headed in, and you know, it's going to be a fun evaluation process.
All right, one last point before we let you go, and we want to let everybody know that next week we get to see some action against a different team.
Yeah, we got next Thursday, the May 14th, Pal's coming up. Coach Ellison, who's a local guy, used to be head coach of Nashville Middle School. So we're not playing Pal regular season this year, so it's going to be exciting to get those guys up here. And it's going to be a fun night. You know, everybody's missing that football to come up and see us and see a new team. And then the next Thursday, the 21st, will be our Blue Orange game up here. Scrimmage is at 6:30. The Blue Orange game is at 7.
Coach, we appreciate it, and we'll be back next week.
Thank you.